straw from the forearm after a made free throw.
Down here they were butting up at that team and he was hard to just protecting himself. He came up and protecting himself. They called him to push it up. You gotta see the whole play, not just part of it.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you here to Highland High School as the Preston Indians hit the road tonight and come here to the old gym here at Highland to take on the Highland Rams. Well, I know that Coach Jones doesn't like the cliches, but tonight is a battle of the unbeatens. Preston comes in at 4-0 on the year after picking up a win the other night at Minico. And for Highland, they've only played twice so far this season, but they have won both of their games with victories over Shelley and against Idaho Falls. So this ought to be a good one. Probably the best team in 5A in the Preston Indians, taking on the 6A Highland Rams, with one of the, if not the biggest school in their conference, and in the 6A here in the Pocatello area. So the Indians and the Rams coming up in just a little bit. We come back, we'll get into our scene set. We'll have our news and notes for tonight's game. John Slaughter will join us, and we'll talk more about tonight's game. We'll do that as we continue right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too, by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
All right, welcome back here to the old gym here at Highland High School. The Indians and the Highland Rams coming up here in just a couple of minutes as we get into our news and notes segment of the pregame show, brought to you by Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure with Ultimate Power Sports on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. John Slaughter joins us on the broadcast here again today, and what do you think about coming and playing in this place?
Well, this is definitely a different type of gym. It looks good inside. The floor looks good. Everything looks good. It's just that it's really tight. Not much room for spectators, and one full side on the other side is all for students, so yeah, it's pretty tight.
Well, what I was told was that the bleachers are new. They didn't even have these nice of bleachers before until they decided they're going to come back and play here. So they've re-added the new bleachers here in the gym. So that certainly kind of perks things up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's a big school. There's a little money up here. So, yeah, it's a good thing that they could put some money into it and fix this place up a little bit, but still pretty tight.
All right, Preston 4-0 coming into the game tonight after a nice win the other night at Minico.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good ball game down there. We was able to pull out in the second half. A total of two games there. The first half,
right,
pretty tight. Second half, we blew them out. So yeah, it was good.
For Highland, they're 2-0 so far on the year. They've beaten a couple of smaller schools around the area, but still, you got to win. You got to win the games that are placed in front of you.
Well, it's win, and that helps to build confidence. When they come in and looking at some of their underclassmen here in these first two games for the C team and the JV team, they're looking pretty good. So they must have some talent up there.
So for last year, Highland was 11-15 on the year. They graduated several of their big players, but head coach Matt Stuckey was able to return some key players. Marshall Glenn, who was an honorable mention all-conference player, and Markel Bowens, who also, and they picked up a transfer from over in the Boise area from New Plymouth High School in Trayson Triple, and triple is the key word there.
That's right. We were talking earlier, Dan, and I'll let you tell him, but evidently he's shooting pretty well.
He has 11 threes in their first two games played. So, yeah, I'd say the triple is the key word, and is somebody we're going to have to keep an eye on defensively.
Well, yeah, and that's the one thing, and I think Coach Tyler Jones is going to probably have to go man-to-man, because if he can get open out there on the outside, he'll probably let it fly all night long.
Yeah, it could be. Preston is 8-0 over the last 4 years against Highland, although 3 of those 8 wins have been by 3 points or less, and 2 of those have been by single points, including 1 in each of the last 2 years.
Yeah, and even the games where we won by 9 or 8 or 7, it's been close the whole time. When we would pull away at the end of the game with foul shots and some good fast baskets.
So we got a chat with Coach Jones coming up here in just a couple of minutes as the pregame show continues. This game tonight brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. Break time. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Well, remember, Preston home again on Saturday night as they'll take on the Blackfoot Broncos back at Preston Gym.
Here.
Another quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Coach Jones on the way next, but after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And welcome back to the pregame show as we step into the coach's corner once again and spend a couple of minutes with Tyler Jones before we get ready for the game here at Highland tonight against the Rams. It's kind of an interesting contest. I mean, I know you don't like those little cliche nicknames, but here we are, a battle of unbeatens.
Yeah, this would be a great early season matchup on the road against Highland, a 6A, the biggest school in the 5th district. And the last 2 years we've gone down overtime and 1-by-1 both times, so tight right down to the last shot. And they're going to be up for us. And expect a great game tonight. Should be a good battle.
Yeah, we've beaten them 8 straight times, but only by an average of 9 points. And like you said, the last couple of times, very close. In fact, 3 of the games, I believe, off the top of my head, were decided by 3 points or less.
Yep, yeah, for sure. I remember 2 years ago, Cam hit a shot at the buzzer. Last year, we went to overtime in the pit against them, went down to the last shot. So, they saw that, they've watched us. We've had 4 games. They've had 2. They're going to be up for us. Home game for them, and going to be loud in this gym, and should be a wild night tonight. We got to be ready.
What do you think about playing in the little gym here?
Obviously, it's loud and hard to hear, and it'll be a big advantage for them because it's going to be right on top of you. But for them, I'm happy for them. At least they get to play at their school, and for their fans and everything to at least be here and not have to travel for their home games. So it'll be a nice home court advantage for them this year.
Let's go back a couple of nights ago. You come up with a win at Minico. Kind of one-sided. You won by 32 points, I think it was, but still there was left a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Just consistency again. On the road, you have to have a good start, and you have to come out and be ready from the tip. If you can come out and jump on a team early, it puts you in a great spot. And at Minico and Burley, we had slow starts, 10-10 at Minico. Halftime, we're up 3, and then second half we finally got doing the things we like to do and pulled away. But tonight against a good team, we can't do that. If we dig a hole here, we're going to be in for trouble tonight. So a good start tonight's key.
One thing that helped out the other night was a good night from Reggie Larson.
Yeah, and we need that, and Reggie's capable of that. And for us to do the things we want to do this year, he's going to have to do that most nights. So it's good to see him get a few to go in and get confidence because he can score it with the best of them. And, we all go through those days, but he's ready to roll and should be good tonight.
Let's look at this Highland Rams squad here for a minute.
tough team. They graduated a good number of their players from last year, but they still have some good core players back.
Yeah, they match up well with us. They have size, a couple really good athletes down low, that 6'5", 6'4", that can jump out of the gym, and that'll cause us issues inside. And then the perimeter, they have their point guard. He was shooting guard last year, now he's the point guard. The Glenn kid, really smart and savvy. And then the move-in they had from Boise, the triple kid, he can really light it up. He had 9 threes their first game, 4 their second game, so he's hit 13 threes in 2 games. And we got to know where he is at all times because he can really get going. So they can score it multiple ways, and they match up well with us.
Yep. Ought to be an interesting one. We'll see what happens at the end of the night.
All right, thank you.
That's Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. Back with more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Thanks, Dan.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we come to you from Highland High School in the old gym here tonight as we get ready as the Preston Indian boys take on the Highland Ram boys in a battle of unbeatens. Preston comes in 4-0. Highland is 2-0 on the year. This is a very busy day in high school basketball around the state. Number of tournaments getting started this weekend as well, and we'll kind of run through some of the action going on around the state of Idaho. As here in town in Pocatello, Rigby is at Pocatello tonight. Shelley will take on Bonneville. Idaho Falls will take on Thunder Ridge. Blackfoot will be at Burley tonight. And by the way, Blackfoot comes to Preston on Saturday night to take on the Indians. American Fork goes to Teton. Grace Lutheran is at North Gym. Nampa is at Jerome, and Caldwell will be at Mountain Home. Now, talking about tournaments, there are 3 tournaments, big tournaments going on around the state this weekend that feature many teams from around the state. Those tournaments are the Capital Classic going on in the Boise area. That features Mountain View, Capital, Bishop Kelly, and Minico, all playing there this weekend. Probably the biggest of the tournaments is the Pro Image Sports Holiday Classic. That also going on in the Boise Valley area. That'll feature Owanee. West Side is in there, participating there as well. Eagle, Ridgeview, Rocky Mountain, Lake City, Coeur d'Alene, Madison, Middleton, Emmett, Canyon Ridge, Hillcrest, Fruitland, Melba, and McCall-Donnelly. It's a multi-level big tournament. That is the Pro Image Sports Classic going on this weekend as it gets started today. The third tournament going on is the Ryrie Bulldog Classic, and that features Ryrie, Soda Springs, Coal Valley Christian, Malad, and Grace, as they will all play there. And that is a very long list of games going on and tournaments going on around the Idaho area today, all getting started here this evening with Preston here in Highland as well to take on the Rams coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening tip, And we'll meet the Indians. It's all on the way here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
It's time to meet the Preston Indian basketball team, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
Cruz Harris, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Reggie Larson, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Jake Schumann, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Kason Bryce, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Branson Smith, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Tripton Beckstead, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Parker Galloway, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, wattsmarthomes.com. Offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
And welcome back here to Highland High School. We have the starting lineups and the opening tip coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
And welcome back inside the gym here tonight, here at Highland High School, as the Indians and the Highland Rams getting together here this evening. Time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game, as the Indians, dressed in blue, trimmed in white, they are the visiting team here this evening. Looks like it'll be pretty much the same normal starting 5, as it'll be Trip Beckstead, the 6'6 junior. Reggie Larson, the 6'5 senior tonight, as is Jake Schumann, the 6'4 senior. Cruz Harris, also a senior, he is 6'4", and the point guard is Kason Bryce, the junior, at 6 foot tall. That's your usual starting 5. In fact, it's been the same starting 5 now. This is the 5th straight game they all started here for the Indians, and now it's time to meet the Highland Rams starters here this evening. The Rams 2-0 on the year as they dressed in white. As introduce their starters out onto the floor. First of all, it'll be number 0, Mackenzie Teori, who will start tonight. He is a senior. Also getting a start this evening will be number 1. That's Marshall Glenn. He was their shooting guard last year. He'll be the point guard this season. Also getting a start, it is the transfer from over in Boise, Tegan Triple. The kid has 13 three-pointers in the first 2 games. He's a junior. Also starting tonight, it's Markel Bowens. Bowens is a senior. And finally, it is number 22, Keaton Belknap, a junior, getting a start tonight. First thing has to jump off the page to you, John, is these kids are big.
Yeah, they're going to be physical. They're going to be inside. We're going to, like Coach Jones says, they're going to give us some challenge inside because they can leap. They're big like we are. It's going to be who can get to the better passing and defense tonight. So.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. All right, here we go. The battle of the unbeatens. 4-0 Preston going up against 2-0 Highland Rams. If it's anything like the last few times they have met, this one's going right down to the nub.
Yeah, it'll be a very competitive game from both teams. So it'll be interesting to see how we come out on this one tonight. As
the Rams will control the opening tap. They get it in the backcourt as it comes back to Triple. They swing it over onto the right side, now back up top. Bowen has it there. Back to Triple, top of the key. Now back to Glenn. Tries to lob it down on the block. They do. They get it down there. He shoots over Cruz Harris. That was Bowen's. And that shot was no good, but touched by the Indians and tapped out of bounds.
Yeah, Cruz got a hand on it and pushed it out of bounds.
So the ball belongs to the Rams right underneath their own hoop. Pass deflected and taken away, as it's taken away by Bryce. Here come the Indians with their first possession up into the front court. Bounce it down inside. Nice move down low by Schumann. Kick it back outside to Larson. Looks at a 3. Good.
There we go. Good start for Reggie. 3-pointer.
That has set a season-high 23 in the game at Minico 2 nights ago. So Preston up 3-0 here early on. Little hook shot in the lane. That's going to go in. Nice shot put in by Marshall Glenn.
Favorable off the rim. Rolled around the rim, hit the front of the rim, and bounced in.
Nice little soft bounce for Glenn. Makes it a 3-2 game. Bryce in the front court. Goes back in the corner to Larson. Looks at another 3. That's no good. Rebound just grabbed underneath there by Bowens. As Bowens will give it off. As he gives it off to Glenn. To Teori. Teori wants to drive down the right side. Spin. Shoots over Beckstead. That's no good. Tap by Tripp. Able to tap it forward as it comes to Harris. Cruz right down the middle. All the way. Off the glass and won't go in. Tipped by Schumann, no. Put back up by Larson, yes.
Yeah, Reggie in a good spot that time. The ball came over the rim. He was able to put it back up for a quick bucket.
5-2 Preston. Quickly down the floor as the layup is no good. Missed there by Belknap. As here comes the Indians again. Schumann back outside. Larson fakes the 3, wants to drive. Puts up a 2 instead and hits that.
Reggie off to a great start. All 7 points comes from Larson.
7-2 on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Ball's loose, picked up there by Triple. Stands out in the 3-point area, wants to drive, and an offensive foul.
Triple extended his arm out against Bryce, I believe it was.
I think they called it on Bowens, actually, away from the ball. So first foul of the game for either side is going to go against Markel Bowens of the Rams. 7-2, Preston with a lead here in the first quarter. First quarter tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Larson, free throw line extended left. Back to Beckstead, lob it in the block to Schumann. Lost it, and it's going to go back over to the Rams. I think Schumann hit it off his foot.
Yeah, I thought it came off the Rams' leg, though, but I can't see. It's clear down to the other end.
Yeah, we are sitting below the baseline in the upper corner of the gym. Here comes Glenn driving, little one-hand floater. That's no good. Tapped out, comes to Larson. Here comes Reggie. 1-on-3, knocked away by Glenn from behind and out of bounds.
Yeah, Reggie didn't see him coming. He had the lead going down the floor,
Schumann will bring it in from the baseline, get it back out to Larson, top of the key. As they get it back down low to Harris, and Cruz was being held from behind.
Yeah,
and
by
that
Glenn.
drew the whistle. That's going to go against Marshall Glenn. That'll be his first and the team's second.
Yeah, Glenn's got a big night ahead of him if he's going to try and cover Cruz all night long.
As they get it into Larson, free throw line extended left. As reached in, tapped away by Glenn, but Larson able to go and get it back. Schumann drives the baseline, can't get a shot, gives it to Larson, slam dunk.
Larson the right place, beautiful pass and assist by Schumann to give him a slam dunk.
Preston up 9-2, timeout Highland as they don't want to go any farther. Preston on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The first quarter brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll be right back on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Well, after the Rams scored the first 2 points of the game, Larson's reeled off 9 straight. So it's Reggie Larson 9, Highland 2. 4:59 to play here in the first quarter. As here comes Glenn up the floor with the ball. Gives it off to Triplett. Yet to get a shot, by the way. Back to Bowens, to Tiori. Bowens, nice spin move. Blocked and a foul. Wow.
That was all ball. I'm sorry, I don't normally complain about that one, but Schumann was up and had all ball on that one.
Bowens with a spin move was going up for a jam. Schumann went up and poked it out of his hand, and they called the foul. So the first foul goes on Jake. First foul against the Indians tonight. First free throw is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Puppy Steps Training, the ultimate puppy board and training facility in Utah and Idaho. For more information, check out their website at puppystepstraining.com. Second free throw is good by Bowens, his first point of the game. So 9-3. Preston up by 6. They have the ball up in the front court. Comes to Harris. Harris down low, gets to the right block, lays it off. That's blocked on the layup attempt there by Schumann. Here come the Rams again back the other way as Glenn in the front court. Gives it back to Traore. Traore, Triplett for 3. Missed it. Poked away and picked up by the Indians. Taken there, get it to Harris. Cole, lay it up and in. Cruz with it, lay it up and in.
Yeah, good job by a pass by Schumann to get it to Cruz for an easy layup.
Here is Mitchell into the game. Gives it to Triple. Triple, little hanger in the lane, good. Tegan Triple with his first 2 points of the game, a 2-pointer.
Yeah, but he does have a nice soft shot when he goes up with the basket. Good follow through.
Talk about a letdown. I was waiting for a 3. 3:40 to play here in the first quarter. 11-5, Preston on top on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. Here's Schumann, top of the key. Looks back at the bench as Jones calls out the play. The offense moves into their positions. Schumann back to the top of the key. Larson elevates, another 3. That's no good. Tapped inside, no. Ball still loose. Picked up by Mitchell. As he'll give it back to Glenn, who gets it up into the front court for the Rams. Goes right, still going right, all the way right, and missed the layup. Beckstead has the rebound. 3:05 to play as Preston back up into the front court. Harris cuts down the middle, lay it up and in.
He went coast to coast on that one and just drove right through the middle. They had no defense for him.
Preston now goes up 13-5. They're up by 8 with 2:50 to play in the quarter. Mitchell tries to drive, gets cut off by Beckstead. He'll give it over to Bowens. Bowens back to Mitchell in the corner. Traore looks at a three, needs a bounce, won't get it. Beckstead able to grab the rebound. Give it off to Bryce up into the front court for the Indians. Bryce back to Harris. Again, boy, just on the run, just trying to cut everything in the basket. Harris pulls up. That's a three.
It was switched from the Reggie Larson show to the Cruz Beckstead. Cruz Harris.
9 straight points for Larson, and now 7 in a row for Harris. 16-5. Preston leads by 11. Traore in the paint at the left-right elbow, can't get a shot, lost the ball. They try to pick it up. They do get it back as Glenn gets it off in the corner. Triple for 3. He's 0 for 2 from out behind the arc as Schumann has the rebound. Get it up the floor. Lob for Bryce. Slam dunk.
That's probably a play of the game right there. Nice lob pass into Bryce, and Bryce went up and slammed it down.
And Highland wants another timeout here in the first quarter. 18-5, Preston leads on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard with 1:43 to play here in the quarter. We'll be right back on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Well, that flying alley-oop dunk by Case and Bryce. And Preston able to open up the lead as it's now 18-5. A lot of folks from Preston made the trip over here tonight. Also in the gym tonight, John, is the Indians' all-time leading scorer, Luke Smaley here, or I should say Austin. Smaley, who's now an assistant coach here with the Highland Rams. So good to see Austin before the game. Down low, Traore, a little bank shot. That won't go as Galloway just into the game, able to grab the rebound. Here comes Harris again. Lay it off to Schumann this time. No. Tap. No. Traore's got the rebound. As it goes to Glenn.
We almost had another dunk. He thought about it, but couldn't quite get up high enough.
In the corner, Belknap for 3. No. As Schumann up high to grab the rebound. Give it to Bryce. Again, here come the Indians on the run with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. 18-5. Preston on top by 13. Harris pulls the ball back out. Wants to go baseline right. Draws a crowd. Skip pass along the baseline to Larson. 3. That's no good. As Harris able to chase that down before it goes out of bounds. He'll get it back out top as it comes back to DeBryce. They hand it back to Schumann, who wants the offense to set up. DeBryce along the right side, holds it there. Back to Harris now, back to Harris, top of the key. Lob it inside, Schumann back outside. Bryce elevates for a 17-footer, partially blocked by Glenn. Taken back down here by the Rams as they get it back up in the front court. Shot clock is off with 18 seconds to play in the quarter. Belknap back out top as it comes to Glenn. Glenn pointing his fingers, trying to direct traffic. Goes around the screen, set by Traore. Back outside as this is McCullough for a 3. That's no good. Here come the Indians again back the other way. Case and Bryce to beat the clock just off, but Preston will have a nice lead after the first quarter here as it's 18-5. Preston goes into the second quarter with a nice lead. Quarter number 1 brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Preston up 18-5 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
And don't forget, coming up this weekend, it's another weekend of,
Moana 2.
Moana 2, thank you. The name just jumped right out of my head. That's the Moana 2 for the third straight weekend from Disney at the Worm Creek Theater. Check out their website for showtimes, tickets, and future attractions at wormcreek.org. Preston has the ball to start quarter number 2. As it comes into Schumann. Hold it down in the corner. Schumann has it there in the left corner. Now drives the baseline. Tries to lay it off to Galloway in a crowd. It was kicked away. And here comes Glenn the other way. Pulls up 15-footer straight away. High bounces in.
Yeah, and Bowens is there to put it back in if it did come down to him.
Yeah, if it didn't come, if it wasn't in the cylinder, Bowens was going to jam it. Preston with it back up in the front. Galloway. 3 from straight away. That's good. Well, just like before, Preston's got their shooting shoes on tonight. It's 21-7. Glenn, top of the key. In the corner, comes back to Triple. Triple dribbles it back to the top of the key again. Minute gone here in the second. Triple pulls up from the right elbow. No good, as Larson's got the rebound there. Here comes Reggie back up into the front court. Gets a cross-court pass, comes to Schumann. Now get it back to Bryce, top of the key. He holds it there, gets it back to Larson. Back over to Schumann on the right side free throw line extended. Now give it back to Harris. Now back to Larson as they run that little three-man weave at the top of the key. Larson, one bounce dribble, take another 3 from straight away and hit that one as well.
That's good to see Larson shooting like that tonight. He's probably 7 for 8 right now. I think he's only missed that one, and it was close to the basket.
Larson's got a dozen. He has half of the team's 24. 24-7, Preston leading on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As the pass off comes to Bowens. Can't get a shot. He'll kick it back out top again to Glenn. Glenn on the right side gets it back to Bowens again. Nice little move through traffic and able to get the layup.
Yeah, Bowen used a lot of his strength getting in and around, splitting 2 Indian defenders.
24-9. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Larson spins, gives it back to Beckstead as he tries to drive through a crowd, and he's going to be fouled on the way.
That's going to be on Bowen, I believe. No?
That's not on
2
Bowen.
and 2. I don't know who that
is.
is.
So they called it on Keaton Belknap. That'll be his first. Ball out of bounds to the Indians. Larson's going to come out, has a well-deserved rest with 12 points already here in the first half.
Just don't cool those hands off.
Now top, the inbound pass comes to Bryce. Goes over to Galloway on the left side, back to Bryce. Tries to drive the baseline. Gets cut off there by Mitchell. Kick it back outside as Schumann brings it back across the top of the key. Now back to Beckstead. Rises, shot no good. Harris fights for the rebound down low, and he's fouled. As a holding foul, it'll remain Preston's ball, but it'll be ball out of bounds baseline.
Yeah, Harris was double teamed down there, and the only way they could have stopped him from pulling out from between them was to hold on to him.
Mitchell draws the foul, his first, team's second here in the quarter. Ball comes into Schumann. Schumann lobs it down on the block to Harris. Tries to back in, gets his man up in the air, goes up, gets the foul, but can't get the bucket to go down.
It's a good move by Cruz. He's got that great spin move that he can pivot around 1 foot and get his defender off balance.
Foul goes on Belknap. That's his second, team's third. 5:14 to play here in quarter number 2 as Cruz Harris will go to the free throw line. Harris, first one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market. With the freshest meat and produce you'll find not only in Preston but throughout the Cache Valley. It's Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. So Harris makes the first. That gives him 8 in the game. As he tries the second, he makes that one as well. He has 9, and Preston now leading 26-9 on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. That's a fast start.
Very fast. We didn't write it that way at the beginning, did we?
Not at all. Troyori gives it to Triple. Rises from 17. That's no good. Rebound goes to Richards. Kick it back out to Triple again. They'll give it back to Glenn. Free throw line extended right. As he holds it there, Troyori back on the angle left. Holding, looking for somebody to give it to. Now hands it off as it comes to Mitchell. Mitchell drives around Harris. Can't get the layup to go down as Reggie Larson back into the game. Has the rebound there. 4.5 to play here in quarter number 3. 26-9, Preston on top. Larson, good spin pass down low on the left block. It comes to Harris. Again wants to back in. His double team. Kick it back out as it comes to Harris in the corner. His hard pass is too hard, right through the hands of Larson and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a hard pass by Galloway, right through Reggie's hands.
Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. So the Rams have the ball in the backcourt. They'll walk it back up. 4:10 on the clock as they get it back up into the front court. Glenn holds it there. Goes to Troyori on the right elbow. All the way back around here. Glenn looks at a 3. That's no good. The rebound is deflected all the way back out to midcourt, where Mitchell has it, just standing there minding his own business. Comes back to Triple. Top of the key, doesn't shoot. Glenn now wants to drive. Gets Schumann up in the air, and then able to make the little short jumper.
Yeah, Schumann went flying by him, actually over the top of him.
26-11. Hold on. We have Larson loses the ball down on the baseline, and then a foul.
I think it's going to go on Cruz.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like they call it on Cruz Harris. Cruz come over, try to help out, and maybe shove somebody in the back. So Cruz will draw the foul. That's his first. First on the team here in the second quarter with 3.5 to play. Preston up 15, 26-11 here in the second quarter. Troyori, spin, fall away jumper in the paint. Good, nice shot.
Nice soft touch.
And Preston wants a timeout. 26-13, the lead's been cut in half. Preston wants a timeout. We'll take it here as well. The second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Yardmaster. We're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Also saw all-conference football running back and basketball player Carson Winder walking around the gym tonight. So he is here enjoying the game too.
Good to see him. He was a standout running back.
Preston has the ball after the timeout in the backcourt. 3:14 to play here in quarter number 2. 26-13, Preston leads. Bryce up into the front court. Brings it back to the top of the key. Preston has their starting 5 back on the floor here. Larson down low, and he's fouled from behind as he's rolling to the bucket.
Yeah, I think that's going to go on Glenn.
Looks like you're right. Called on number 1. That'll be Marshall Glenn, his second. Team's 4th, so the Rams are out of fouls with 3 minutes to play here in the quarter. And Reggie Larson will go back to the free throw line. Larson's got a dozen, make it 13 here in the first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining their team, Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. Larson, second, good again. So Reggie's got 14, coming off his season high, of 22 a couple of nights ago at Minico. 28-13 as Preston extends the lead. They take it away. Schumann has in the front court. Give it back to Larson, and that one will not go down. Little off-balance layup, and it rolled off the rim. Back in the front court as Richards gives it off. Back out top, it comes back to Belknap. He looks at a shot there, doesn't take it. Now he'll elevate from the top of the key. That's a three-pointer.
Good shot, almost a no-look shot off the three-point line.
So a three-pointer for Belknap. 28-16 now. Preston still leading on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Harris, spin, nice drop step. Again down low, can't get it to go down, and a foul.
Yeah, that's going to be a rebound foul on Bowen. Oh no, they called it on two. Richards.
Yep. No, actually they called it on zero. They're on
Bowen.
Traore.
Traore, I mean.
That's his first. As Cruz Harris goes back to the free throw line. Try to extend the lead. First one no good.
I think that's their first missed free throw, isn't it?
They've been pretty pure so far tonight, but that one just comes off. Harris back to the line again. Makes the second. Cruz has 10. That matches what he had a couple of nights ago at Minico. He had 10 points there. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. As Richards has it back in the front court here for the Rams. As Bowen wants to drive down low, muscles his way, and it won't go down. Actually, it was Traore with the shot. It wouldn't fall.
All right, Beckstead with the rebound.
Traore and Bowen look the same. They're about as big as a house.
Yeah. Both very good athletes, too. Very good ball handlers.
Larson, Bryce to Beckstead in the left corner. Now to Larson. Harris pops out off the block to receive the pass. Now wants to try to back in. Whip it back down low. Bryce lost it going up. And they're going to say it was touched by the Rams. It'll stay with the Indians underneath the basket. Here comes Marco Bowen back onto the floor. As he will replace Jet Richards, who goes back to the bench. 1:25 left here in the first half. As they try to get it down low. Again, that's off the hand, saved on the floor. But Bowen saving it in the floor, threw it from one corner into the student section on the opposite side of the floor.
It was good hustle, but yeah, you got to be able to get it in play.
As debating on where the ball is going to be inbounded, as the one official says on the baseline, the other one says no on the sideline. And now it doesn't matter because someone's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Jones did. They're going to discuss that because if he was inbounds and threw it out of bounds on the other side, then it would be on over in front of the student section. But where if he wasn't out of bounds, or if he was out of bounds when he touched it, it'll be over there.
Would that have anything to do with the shot clock?
No.
1:20 to play in the quarter. The shot clock stands at 33. As took 2 seconds for Bowen to get to the ball and then throw it out of bounds. Good hang time.
Yeah, great.
As the referees have discussed it, and the ball will be out of bounds, baseline front court here for the Indians. So waiting for the Rams to come back out as the officials are talking to Coach Stuckey for the Rams in his second year leading the program here. And after all that discussion, guess what? They're going to bring it in on the side. What are we waiting for? What are we delaying the game for that? They get it into Schumann, top of the key. Comes to Beckstead, trip back to the basket, gives it to Larson, now back to Schumann again, top of the key, tries to spin, can't get loose, so he'll give it back to Beckstead. Back to Schumann on the right side, holds it up over his head, skip pass comes back to Bryce, fakes the pass, tries to go down the middle.
Get
now
out of the
Feinstein's
key.
got to get out of the key, get it back to in the corner goes to Harris. 5 on the clock. 4. Cruz can't get a shot. Schumann elevates for a 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. But there is Larson for the rebound. Here goes back up. That's no good. Tapped by Harris, no good. 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Here comes the Rams again, back up the floor as it comes to Mitchell. Mitchell goes to Belknap. 3 from the corner is an air ball taken there by Beckstead. Shot clock is off. 29 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston can work for one shot if they want to. Larson will walk the ball up into the front court. 29-16, Preston leads on the Flying S Highland escrow scoreboard. Game clock down to 14 seconds now as Schumann continues to hold out near the timeline. With 10, he puts the ball back in motion. Holds it up over his head. Down low to Harris. Goes baseline on Belknap. High off the glass. Once, twice, no. Tipped in, yes! At the buzzer, count it.
Yeah, Cruz was able to get his own rebound there, put it back up for the extra 2 points.
So Cruz gets the bucket. He finishes the half with a dozen. Preston has 31 going to the break, and they lead 31-16 on the Flying S Highland escrow scoreboard. We ask you to stay tuned. The Puppy Steps Training halftime report will come right up after this break as Preston leads 31-16 after the first half here from Highland High School. We'll be right back on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too, by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
And welcome back. We are at halftime here from Highland as the Preston Indians on top here tonight as they lead 31-16. Highland scored the first bucket of the game, and then Preston outscored them the rest of the half, 31-14. Take a nice lead at halftime. And talk about first halves.
Yeah.
How about Larson and Harris?
Yeah, I don't know what they had for breakfast, but let's feed them that twice a day. You know, they're just playing well. Their passes have been good. I've only seen one errant pass. We've only missed one free throw. And the others on the other side of the coin, Highland, I think, is like 1 for 8 on the three-point line. 2 for 8, because that number 2 has landed a couple of threes.
So Larson and Harris combined for 26 of the 31 points in the first half. That's a pretty good showing.
Yeah, it is. That's excellent. And that'll open it up for Bryce and Galloway and Beckstead and all the others underneath.
One thing that Preston did in the first half also is they got out and they really ran for the first time. They really took the ball at Highland.
That's right. And they not only at them, but they were getting the rebound and kicking it out. And they were sometimes 2-on-1 and 3-on-2 going down towards there. So, yeah, great job by the Indians defensively.
And even though the Rams are physically bigger, we're getting more balls down low and getting more shots in the paint than Highland is.
Exactly.
All right, 31-16 here at the break. Take a timeout, come back, look at the stats right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
All right, time to take a look at the halftime stats. As the halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. Scoring in the first half goes this way. For the Rams, it was Traore who had 2 points. Mitchell Glenn had a total of 6. 2 points in the first half for Tegan Triple. 3 points in the first half for Markel Bowen. And that's all. They have 4 guys score in the first half. For the Preston Indians, Parker Galloway had 3. Reggie Larson finished with 14 in the first half. Cruz Harris had a dozen. And Kason Bryce had 2. So each team got all of their scoring from 4 players on each side of the ledger.
Yeah, and that's those 4 players. They're definitely putting on a show, both for the Indians and Highland. You know, it's their main players. So, yeah, it's still going to go. I still expect this to close up a little bit tighter in the second half. I hope we can maintain our rhythm and speed and durability.
Yep. So we will find out. This has been the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. Second half coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
One of the things.
All right, here we go. Start of the third quarter. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As down low, as it gets down low, and it goes to Bowen, who finds himself open in the lane for the slam dunk to start the quarter. So Bowman with the jam right in front of the student section gets their reaction and starts to wake them up a little bit. And it's 31-18. Preston has the ball because it comes to Larson in the paint. Outside, Beckstead. Okay, it tries to go along the baseline, but it's punched out of bounds as he tried to get it to Harris.
Yeah, triple. Punched that out away from Cruz.
Schumann to bring it in. Larson for the three. He's a bounce, won't get it. Up high to pull it down. It comes to Schumann, gives it to Bryce. Back out top. Beckstead looks for the three. That's no good. Harris has the rebound. So it's in the third opportunity here for the Indians. Harris tries to drive, jump stop. Almost lost his balance. Takes a little bump from Bowen. Outside, Larson looks at a three. That again won't go down. Three opportunities for the Indians, and they come away empty.
Yeah, good defense by the Rams that time to keep Preston off balance.
Glenn has it back up in the front court. Goes to Belknap in front of his own bench on the right side. Wants to drive, gets cut off there by Larson. Now comes back across the top of the key, still can't get a shot. He'll pull it back out with 10 on the clock. Holds it out. Goes back over, Glenn looks at a three and hits it.
Yeah, that's first 5 points by the Rams right now, so we've got to get back in sync again.
They've cut the lead down to 10. It's 31-21. Larson, turnaround jumper from 15, needs a bounce. That's too strong. Schumann inside, tried to get it to Harris, can't, as the pass was deflected back to him. Comes back outside. Beckstead looks, and that's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Indians as it comes back again to Beckstead. Tries to drive the baseline, gets shoved by Traore back to Harris. Harris off the glass. That won't go down. All of a sudden, Preston can't make anything.
I think there's something wrong with this basket on this end.
Here come the Rams again, trying to get the lead back down to single digits as Belknap holds it on the left side. 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebound is off, it comes to Bryce. Kaysen will bring it back up here on the floor as they get it back up to Harris, lay it up and in.
Nice pass by Bryce, kind of an alley-oop right into the hands of Cruz and up and off the glass.
But that pass was from about 40 feet.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect pass, 33-21 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Glenn driving off the glass, no good. Here comes Schumann, has the rebound, coming back up. Glenn reaches in, almost pokes it away, comes back to Schumann, tried to throw it back up there, couldn't. Long rebound is controlled there by Bowen. Good defense by Glenn to reach in and knock it away from Schumann before he can go up for the layup.
Right, he couldn't quite get the full handle on it in order to save that pass.
Back to Belknap in the left corner, that's no good. Glenn able to grab the rebound again, get it back to Belknap.
Back to Glenn. He looks at a three from the left side. That's no good. As Beckstead grabs the rebound there for the Indians. Gives it back to Schumann. He'll slow it down and walk the ball back up into the front court. 3.5 gone here in quarter number 3. 31-21. Preston on top. Larson elevates from the free throw line and hits it. And just that quick, Preston wants a timeout.
Is that not a beautiful shot just by Reggie, just right in the top of the key, just in the middle of the key there, up and over the rim.
30-second timeout called by the Indians. Take a timeout as well. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Not quite halfway through quarter number 3.
Yeah, Cruz had to run off during that break, grab a knee brace and come back. So
he normally has
back out there.
Normally has that on. It's kind of surprised he didn't have it on. He may have taken it off at the halftime break and forgotten it back in the locker room, but he had to run back in and get it.
Yeah, good observation.
So here's Glenn, brings it back up in the front court here for the Rams. Stops, looks at a three. That's no good. And it's Beckstead up high to grab the rebound, and then the entry pass goes, or the exit pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think there was a mix-up who he was going to. Bryce went forward, and Schumann wasn't quite ready for it. So
Preston's averaged 62 points a game in their first 4 wins on the season. They've given up just under 40 so far on the year in each game, on average. As it comes back out top, back to triple. Yet to have one tonight, by the way. As back outside, McClue, down in the corner, get it outside, and reach-in foul here against the Indians. As Glenn came across the key. As the foul, I think, is going to go against Schumann. It is. And for Jake, that's his second first-team foul of the half for either side, exactly halfway through. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. As holding on the baseline, you got to get it in. They finally do get it in as it comes out near the timeline to Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key, goes over in the left corner. Back to Glenn, tries to drive the baseline, back outside. Right corner three, no good. As we got a pushing foul underneath. I believe that's on Bowens.
Yeah, that's Bowens. He pushed off on Beckstead to go for the rebound, and good call by the official.
That's 2 on Bowens. Each side has a team foul here in the third quarter, as Triori is going to come back in, as Bowens will go back to the bench with 3:47 to play in the third. Remember, Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Schumann, top of the key. Beckstead on the right side. Galloway back into the game. He's playing down low. Back out top to Schumann. Swing it back to Bryce. Free throw line extended left. Now back over on the right side. Beckstead tries to drive the baseline. Gets cut off. Back to Schumann. Galloway at 3 from the left corner. Needs a bounce up high. Won't get it. As Glenn able to hustle for the rebound with 3:15 to play in the quarter. As they get the ball back up into the front court. On the left side, it goes over to Mitchell. Holds it there. Now brings it back across the top. Tries to go down the middle. Can't. Gets cut off. 3-point from the right side by Glenn. That was no good again. And Beckstead able to grab another rebound. As Bryce will walk it back up across the timeline again as Jones shouts out instructions from the bench. Larson, free throw line extended left. In the corner it goes to Schumann. Back outside again to Bryce. Now back to Larson in the left corner. Back to Bryce, back to Larson. Looks at a long three. Good.
Got it. That's the first bucket in the last 3 minutes. Both teams were stuck at 21-34.
Reggie's got 18.
35.
And it's 38-21. 17-point lead for the Indians. 2.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Mitchell, top of the key, gives it back to Triple.
Triple down on the blocks as it goes to Traore. Tries to muscle his way to get position. Gets the hoop and the foul on Beckstead.
Should have been an offensive foul before that.
I agree. He dropped his shoulder and struck his shoulder right in Tripp's chest to get room to go up for the shot. First foul on Beckstead, second on the quarter against the Indians, as Beckstead will come out and Cruz Harris goes back in for Preston. And Traore will go to the free throw line. Free throw is an air ball. So Traore airballs the free throw. Preston gets it out of bounds. 2:05 to play. 38-23. The lead is 15. Remember, they got it down to 10 just a few minutes ago. Bryce holds it up high on the right side. Down in the right corner it goes to Schumann. Bounce it down on the block to Harris. Tries to back in on Traore. They're going to say he bounced the ball out of bounds.
And he did. I saw the bounce. But, they're letting Traore just run right all over him. All over Cruz.
So Glenn gets it back up here in the front court now. To Triple on the left side. To Belknap. Free throw line extended left. Back out top. McClue. Back to Glenn. Spins in the paint. Goes around Schumann and puts it in.
Nice shot. Nice turnaround off the glass.
Glenn's quietly got 11 here in the game. 38-25. Preston still on top. Cruz Harris driving. We got a hold out on the floor, so there's no shot. Preston will have the ball on the baseline as the foul goes against the Rams. It is going to go against Traore, and that'll be his second.
The fouls are evened at 2 apiece in this third quarter.
Here comes Bowens back into the game, so Traore and Bowens now back in again. As it comes into Harris. Cruz, drop step in the paint, put it up, no. As Bowens up high for the rebound. They get it out to Belknap. Quickly come up the floor, pulls up for a three, no good. Down low as Bowens was fouled from behind on the rebound.
That's going to be on Cruz, I believe. Oh no, they called it on.
They called that a shooting foul? That ball, that's on the rebound, and they called it a shooting foul. As Bowman's going to go to the line for 2. The foul goes on Schumann. It's his third. How can that possibly be a shooting foul?
I don't know. I thought it was on the rebound.
First one by Bowen is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, the only stop for newer used cars in Preston and Logan, now a part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
Galloway will come in for Schumann on this exchange, as that was his third foul.
Bowen makes the second. Bowen's got 6 in the game, 38-26. This is the one time I wish we had the replay available to us, because I would have loved to have seen that again, because there's no way in the world that was a shooting foul. Beckstead, Larson in the right corner, comes back to Harris, wants to try to drive baseline, gets cut off by Traore. Now brings it back out to the elbow, down low. Beckstead with a backdoor layup. First 2 points for Tripp tonight.
Yeah, and he had Belknap all over him, and they didn't call anything.
40-26, 30 seconds to play here in the third. Triple pulls up, that's no good. As flying through the air, there's Bowen for the putback layup.
That was a good follow through by Bowen to pull that rebound off and back up off the glass.
30-28, Preston still up 12. They have the last shot here in the quarter with 11 seconds to play. Bryce has it. Free throw line extended right. Back to Beckstead. Down low to Harris, has it punched away, able to go back and get it. Fall away jumper at the buzzer is no good, as that's the way the quarter will end, as Preston leads by 12 going to quarter number 4. 40-28 on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. We'll go to the fourth coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
All right, we move along here to the 4th quarter, brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-class jerky online at papaj's.com.
They make great Christmas gifts.
Yes, they do. I thank you for yours from a year ago. As comes into Larson, reach in foul would be a hold as they bounce the ball down on the right block to Larson. As no shot. Larson was held receiving the pass. As the foul's going to go on Triple. That'll be his first. Time, whistle, hold on.
Reset the clock.
Just 10 seconds gone here in the quarter number 4. 40-28. Preston with a 12-point lead to start the quarter. As they get it into Galloway out near the timeline. He'll give it to Bryce. He holds it there. Bryce, free throw line extended right. Now holds it up over his head. Brings it to Schumann. Back over to Beckstead. Now back up top to Schumann again. Lob down inside as Bowen was expecting that. Comes flying across and fly swats the pass out of bounds.
Yeah, Bowen got up over top of Reggie that time. It was kind of a forced pass underneath to Reggie.
Inbound pass comes to Larson. Now back to Bryce in the left corner. Down low on the block. It comes back to Schumann. Back to Larson again. Pulls up, doesn't shoot. Bryce will. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Up high, it's Schumann with the rebound. Back outside, Galloway for 3. In and out. Won't go back in as the rebound is off to Glenn. Glenn will bring it back up into the front court. Not quite a minute gone here in quarter number 4. 40-28. Preston leads by a dozen on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as it goes to Triple. Triple pulls up, free throw line. No good. Off the front iron as Beckstead has the rebound there. Boy, Triple, all we heard was how great a shooter he was, and he has been ice cold tonight. He has only 2 points in the game.
And that was inside the arc.
Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't warm up as Schumann right down the middle for the layup. First 2 points of the game for Schumann. 42-28. As Glenn gets it back up in the front court. Traore wants to drive. Actually, yes, it is Traore spinning. Put up. That's no good. Tough shot as the Beckstead there all alone for the rebound. He'll give it to Larson. Again, Jones yelling out instructions as the ball comes back across the midcourt stripe. Free throw line extended left to Schumann. Back out top to Galloway. Fakes the 3, doesn't take it, gives it to Larson. Reggie will take it, and a foul on the three-point attempt.
Got to be Bon Bowens. You know, this half they've done a great job on Reggie, keeping him, quiet, but they're making some big mistakes. Trying to quiet Reggie.
The foul's on Bowens. It's his 3rd, 2nd on the team. Larson's going to go to the free throw line here to shoot 3. Yes, Reggie's first free throw is good. Larson now with 19 in the game. As Bowen leaves. I thought he wasn't supposed to leave till after the second free throw.
After the first.
As Larson makes the second again. Gives him 20 on the night. That's back-to-back 20-point games for him. And tonight's game brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental with offices in Preston and Grace. They have the ability to give you a smile that you'll always be proud of. It's Canyon Creek Dental. Reggie makes all three, and a timeout on the floor as Larson will leave, as Cruz Harris will come back in. Reggie had 23 the other night in Minico. He's got 21 tonight. And Harris back into the game. He has 14, so he continues his string of going above 10 double-digit points in every game so far. Bounce pass comes to the free throw line to Traore. Fakes to give the handoff to Glenn. Traore will hand it off to Mitchell. Now back out top. Belknap for three is good.
That's the first glass breaker they've had this half.
Belknap now with 6. 45-31. As he comes back up to the front court, lob to
beautiful
jam!
How beautiful lob. Bryce went up with one hand and over his head like a hook shot and slammed it in. Great job.
That one's for his grandparents back in Arizona. As here is the three-pointer put up there by Glenn. That's no good. Here comes Schumann the other way with the rebound. Zigzags his way back up to the front court. Back to Bryce. Tried to get it down low to Galloway. Too far out in front of him. Too bad there was no video tonight because Grandma would have liked that one.
Yeah, she would have.
47-31.
Traore.
Is that right? 47-31?
Correct.
Okay. So the foul goes on Traore. That's his third. I was looking down at my computer, and I was off by about 6 points. I'm going, wait a minute, I didn't forget to put in points, did I?
Yeah, he pushed Cruz right out from underneath the basket.
47-31. Schumann has it in the right corner, back to Bryce. Belknap jumps out on him, back down low. That's another foul on Traore.
Yeah.
That's 4 on him as he's holding Cruz.
And Traore's playing very physical in there, even when he's got the ball, and offensively he's trying to bounce his way in and bumping up against the offense.
That's 4 on Traore. 14 fouls against the Rams. They're out of fouls now here for the rest of regulation with 4:33 to play. Traore comes out. Triple comes back in. Belknap will also go out as well. 47-31. Preston on top. Bounce pass inside. Schumann in a crowd. He has the ball punched away there by Bone, but he's able to go back and get it. Back to Harris. Cruz tries to drive. Offensive fouls. He runs over Bowens.
Yeah, Bowens was there. That was a good call by the official. Cruz thought he had the full lane, but actually didn't even see Traore there. Or Bowens.
Second foul on Cruz. First against the Indians here in the quarter. Reggie Larson's going to come back in, and Galloway will come off. 47-31 on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. Preston up by 16, but they're well under their point average for per game. As here is Triple. Get it back over into the right corner as it comes back again to Mitchell. Drives the baseline, pulling up. Jumper there by Glenn. That's no good. Pulled down as Beckstead has the rebound. They give it back to Larson. We go under 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 4. As again, the Indians will just walk it back up into the front court. Just burn some time off the clock. As Schumann looks down the right side, goes to the right elbow, holds it there, gives it back outside to Cruz Harris. Harris again wants to drive all the way down to the block. Kicks it back outside to Schumann. Back to Harris, down low, lay it up and in.
Bowman's went up and tried to block that on a dunk, but Cruz didn't dunk it. He just kind of laid up over the rim.
Glenn back up into the front court, and a whistle and offensive foul.
That's going to go on Bowens.
They call the offensive foul on Bowens, and that's going to be 4 on him. So both of the big men with 4 fouls apiece here for the Rams, as Trip Beckstead will come back out, and Branson Smith will come in for the first time tonight. As Schumann loses the ball in the backcourt, taken away by Glenn. He's fouled going up.
Schumann got a lot of ball, but his elbow to elbow on that one. So easy call for the official on Schumann.
Schumann now has 4. That's the only Indian in foul trouble so far tonight. As Glenn will go back to the free throw line. So here is Marshall Glenn with 11, now make it 12 as he makes the first. And tonight's game brought to you by Flying S Title and Escrow. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving its customers for 119 years. That's Flying S Title and Escrow. Second one by Glenn, good again. 49-33. Glenn makes them both. He has 13 in the game. 3 minutes to play. Preston stays up by 16. As it comes to Bryce, free throw line extended right, back outside. Smith has the top of the key. Back to Larson, tries to drive, gets cut off. As it comes back to Galloway back into the game. Back out top, back to Schumann again. Holds it there, top of the key. Galloway has it punched away, but it goes right back to Schumann all the way, and a foul on the drive.
A good follow by Galloway there. It came off the front of the rim, but the foul. No.
Foul's going to go on 2. That is Jet Richards, his first. That's 5 team fouls now against the Rams. So Schumann's going to shoot 2 with the team in the bonus, and the first one's too long and no good. Traore's going to leave. McKay Gallo comes in for the first time tonight, wearing number 11. As the second one by Schumann is good. Schumann's only got 3 points in the game tonight. He only had 6 against Minico, so he's becoming more of a distributor rather than a scorer here all of a sudden the last couple of games.
Right.
50-33. As the ball goes in the right corner, dropped over there. It'll stay with the Rams, right in front of their own bench. As Schumann's going to come out with 2:29 to play. Preston up 17, 50-33 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As they get it in back near the timeline as it comes into Glenn. Glenn tries to drive right, gets cut off by Smith. Back out to the top of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell goes back outside to Richards. As he now plays catch with Glenn, driving all the way off the glass, a little too strong. Larson up high to grab the rebound.
Carter Perry's in for the Indians. You know, we have
sure is.
Sometimes.
Didn't see that. Carter Perry gets back in. As Smith goes to Perry, down to Larson, back out top to Galloway, fakes the 3, back outside to Larson. Perry comes over and sets the screen, back to Galloway. Looks at a long 3, doesn't take it, give it back to Bryce. Drives the baseline, flip it up in the air, no. Able to grab his own rebound, though. Back outside as it comes to Larson.
A fresh time on the shot clock.
That ball hit the rim?
Yes.
Okay. It didn't look like it did where I was sitting, because that would have been a pass to himself. As comes back out to Galloway. He'll pop a 3, no good. Smith trying to drive. Look out. And they shoved by Glenn intentionally. How can that not be a foul? He reaches out and shoves him with his offhand into the padding while he's trying to reach the ball. That's an incredible no call. But you know what? Their JV team did the same exact thing. Just because they're a 6A school doesn't mean that they can just take advantage of, quote, a 5A little brother.
Yeah.
As Wells has it into the game for the first time. As it comes to Christensen, he can't get a shot. It goes over in the corner. As that is Stuckey, as he slips and tries to throw the pass, and that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Galloway, good hustle by him. Couldn't quite grab the handle, knocked it out of bounds.
So with a minute to play, down by 17, Highland's kind of emptying the bench here a little bit, as they're kind of calling off the dogs, as Wells has it. Back to the top of the key, wants to drive all the way, put it up, no good. As Perry has the rebound there, gives it off to Galloway. Galloway will get it back up in the front court as Hollingsworth into the game now for the Indians as well. Back door, kick it back outside. Hollingsworth doesn't take the shot, give it back to Smith with 36 seconds to play. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Back to Bryce, top of the key. Cason wants to drive. Will pull it back out. Tries to get it down low. Galloway had to go off his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, it was kind of a hard pass by Bryce to Galloway.
26 seconds left. Preston lead by 17. They're going to go to 5-0 as they come here to Highland and knock off the 6A Rams. Their second win against the 6A team is Galloway able to knock the pass down and take it away. And he'll walk the ball back up into the front court. And Preston won't even hazard to even attempt a shot, as Galloway will just hold it there, gives it to Bryce as the clock down to 3, 2, 1, and Preston wins it. Final score tonight, 50-33. Preston goes to 5-0. Highland suffers their first loss of the year. They're 2-1 as the Indians, with another fine effort here tonight, knock off the Highland Rams. 50-33, the final on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Stay tuned. The postgame show comes up next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, the Indians come out on the road, and they pick up 2 wins on the road, winning 2 nights ago at Minico and picking up a nice win here tonight in Highland, knocking off the Rams by 17, 50-33, the final.
Yeah, it just goes to show you what Preston can do when they get off to a fantastic start like they did the first of this game. They get out and then cruise to the finish.
Yeah, they got out. They got good looks early by Larson. And then Harris stepped up in the second quarter and then strung together a bunch of points for himself. And the two of them really carried the team throughout the rest of the night.
Right, that first 16 points was all Reggie and Cruz. And then the others finally got involved, got the passes going, fast breaks going down the field. They were able to withstand some of the physical play underneath by Torrey and Bowens. And they shut down Triple. So, he only had one shot, I think, the whole night.
Yeah, he had 2 points the whole night. So the kid who was the dead eye from three-point range, he missed a couple that he had, but really didn't get any really good looks
no
at the
threats,
basket tonight.
Yeah, we shut them down tonight, which was a good game for the Indians all around, I thought.
And the size advantage that they had inside with Traore and Bowens really didn't come to matter that much at all.
No, but that just shows the athleticism that the Preston boys have, And, it's 6, 7, 8 deep, the athleticism
right.
all the way down. All of them can jump out of the gym, So our rebounding was very strong tonight, especially our defensive rebounding. We kept them off the boards that way.
This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. The postgame show continues after this. As we'll come back, we'll look at the scores in tonight's game right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with...
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, let's look at the final stats from tonight's game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, today at 208-852-2364. And looking at the stat sheet for the Highland Rams, it was Traore who finished with 4 points tonight. Glenn had a total of 13. Richards played but did not score. Triple had 2 in the game. Markel Bowens finished with 8, and that was it. They still only had 4 players who scored on the entire. I take that back. Keaton Belknap had 6 in the game on a pair of 3-pointers. For the Indians, Parker Galloway finished with 3. Trip Beckstead had 2. Reggie Larson, his second game in a row of over 20 points, as he had 21 make it in the game tonight. Jake Schumann had 3. 16 for Cruz Harris in the game. And Kason Bryce, a couple of spectacular dunks in the game. He finished with 4 on the contest. Preston wins it 50-33. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have a final check of. We'll check in with John, and we'll say goodnight from here in Highland. Coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too, by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, the Indians win it 50-33, the final here tonight. And John, before we say goodnight here tonight, let's get a final thought from you.
Well, if Coach Jones could have written up a game plan for the Indians, here I think he had them well prepared, but he, he wanted to get out to a fast start, and then play what they would give him after that in the second half. That showed that. But we stayed right with them. Our rebounding was excellent tonight, both offense and defensively. And, the Indians just played an outstanding game. It was fun to watch.
So the Preston Indians with the win, they go to 5-0. And they'll bring that perfect record home, and they'll put it on the line again coming up on Saturday. That's when the Blackfoot Broncos will come to town. We'll have the play-by-play for you of the game here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. So because we'll have video for you coming up again on Saturday. Pregame show starts around 7 with the tip-off slated for 7:30. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night when the Lady Indians will be back at Preston Gym as they'll open conference play as the Pocatello Lady Thunder will be in the house. Our broadcast gets started with the pregame show at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30, and we will see you then. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KCH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Jace Andrews. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Our stage manager here at Highland High School is Ernest Dixon. As we remind you of the final scores, Preston wins at 50-33. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night back home from Preston for the Lady Indians take the floor, as we'll talk to you then here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. So until then, good night from here in Highland. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.